What's up, y'all? Okay, so the whole thing between Halle Bailey and DDG has spun the block on TikTok. I mean, video after video I keep seeing when I doom scroll on my For You page, right? I mean, holy smokes! It takes a really dark turn because now Halle doesn't want DDG to see their baby anymore, and she's accusing him of doing the unthinkable, of beating on her when she was the one who initiated the whole thing. It really gets ugly. But I want to show you a series of clips of what people are talking about. But I'm going to start off with this clip at how Halle Bailey admitting who she really is and how a lot of her corny ass fucking fan base is going to ignore that. So with that being said, let's do this. Like, share, and subscribe.
In a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
Clap back or sit back. I always have to choose clap back. I'm sorry. I'm a very kind person. But if somebody pokes at me or the people that I love, it's over for you. I'm an Aries. Sorry.
I wonder if DDG saw this before he even. I doubt that. I highly doubt it. Because if he saw this and understood what she was saying, he would have never got with her in the first place. Or at least the right people in his corner would have told him, like, hey, don't mess with this girl.
Never have I ever started drama with my boyfriend for no reason.
Put it down.
I've, you know.
The signs were there. Yo. This is not good.
I'm territorial. I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend. Where you go, who are you with? That's me.
I am nosy, number one. And number two, I like drama. I just don't like drama in my life, but I love watching it in other people.
You don't like drama in your life and you doing all that. No, forget it.
So, I love my baby so much. I need him with me in order to function, in order to be able to do the scenes and everything. So, he's been out here with me the majority of the time. But this week, and I go home on the weekends. But this week, I had a lighter week, and I'm going home tomorrow. So I got here last night, and I'm going home tomorrow. So I was like, let me try to test myself and see if I can be without him for a day and leave him, let him and his daddy have daddy and son time. And you guys, I miss him so much. But everybody knows Moo's the best daddy to him. But I miss him so much. Yesterday on the plane, I was crying, and I went to, you know, the little airport stores. I bought a teddy bear, and I was like clutching it to my chest. I bought a Build-A-Bear and a blanket, and I was clutching it to my chest, literally on the plane last night, crying to not feel like miserable without him. I love him so much, guys.
What the fuck, man? And I don't know if that music in the background is copyrighted. I may have to clip that out. I don't know.
I don't.
That is insane. Absolutely insane. This is nuts. Let's go to the next clip.
I think she's lying. I keep it 1,000 with y'all. I think she's lying so she can get custody of the kid, right? I'm not gonna let my dislike for DDG like lie on his name. I think this bitch lying. I'm gonna be 1,000 with y'all, and I have no reason to even say that. Like, me and him are enemies, but I'll be fucking damned if some bitch is gonna lie on a guy to keep him away from his kid. She's been doing this shit for a minute, all right? Like, she's been doing this shit for a minute, trying to keep him from his son. So I think that this is a play to keep her from the son, having a restraining order against your baby daddy is one of the best ways to make sure that you get 100% custody. I've seen the game, baby. I've seen the game. So I'm not going to let my disagreements or my dislike of... I think she's lying.
And hey, I commend Myron for that. I'm not the biggest fan of Myron Gaines or Fresh Fit or anything like that. And I'm not necessarily like a fan, quote unquote, of DDG, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's why I rock with this. Because if Myron and DDG and Myron hate each other, they've been beefing for a minute now. I mean, I remember when it first started, it wasn't that long ago. But if Myron's able to put his personal feelings aside and understand what's really going on, this is bigger than him and DDG. This is about a man who is clearly in his child's life, having his child taken away from him from a bitter woman that is clearly with a guy that wants to be in the child's life. But, you know, she wants to be evil and bitter about this whole thing. And Myron recognizes that, and he's willing to put how he truly feels about DDG to the side. So I'll give him a lot of credit for that. I can give him credit for that and not really care for him at the same time. It is what it is. Next clip.
So Halle was just caught with another man in Bahamas with Halo, right? But whole time, y'all know I've been on this topic for a minute about DDG and Halo. And whole time, Halo, you know, can't go with DDG anywhere, just anywhere, without him asking for permission, right? And I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out, why do DDG got to ask you for permission, Halle? When whole time, you not asking him for permission for a man that he don't know to be around his son, okay? But you was throwing a hissy fit while Halo was on stream with Kai Cenat and DDG, and you didn't know about it, and you got mad. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all remember when she was going on a dang rampage on Twitter and Instagram about, oh, I didn't know that my son was over here and this and that. You didn't tell me. Why does he have to give you an update? But you didn't give him an update about that man. You didn't give him an update about that man. Listen, I'm going to stand up for DDG because at the end of the day, you're dead ass wrong. You know he's a good ass father. Okay? You know that that man wants to take care of his kid. Okay? He can't even go out the country with his kid without asking you.
It's always fathers who want to be in their children's lives and want to be, you know, active and present and, you know, want to watch them grow. They always catch hell with the moms when things don't go right with the mom. It's never the deadbeat dads that aren't there and don't give a fuck. That's what really kills me about this whole thing. Because when I see this going on and I see a lot of these chicks siding with Halle on this, I'm like, yo, they better not ever talk about how men don't want to be in their children's lives anymore. Because if you support this, you can't get mad at guys that don't want to be in their children's lives. Because who the hell wants to deal with a crazy ass mama, baby mama, or whatever the hell? And, you know, people were trying to warn DDG about this potentially happening between him and Halle, but he wasn't really trying to hear it. You know, and yeah, he just didn't quite listen. It didn't quite click to him because he's never been through this. But now he's seeing what everybody's been trying to tell him. And, you know, he has to go deal with this the hard way now. I still want him to prevail. I still want him to win in all this because he is active in that kid's life and loves that and loves his son, Halo. You know, it's not like he doesn't give a fuck about that child, but I think that's what's killing Halle Bailey about this whole thing. I bet she probably wishes DDG didn't give a fuck just to justify her own stupid talking points. But let's go to the next clip.
Bro, this shit so crazy, gang, because I really called this shit, though, boy. I really called this shit, gang. And it's crazy. Everything coming to the light, boy. Everything, boy. Like, when the Ruby shit happened, when he got caught texting Ruby and the shit hit the surface, I told my niggas, I said, bro, y'all just think, bro. DDG is a lover boy, gang. He's a lover boy. He been with her long enough for him to not even look another girl away. This is deep in their relationship when that came out. I said, bro, he had to have some type of reason to text that bitch. I said, bro, it had to be something to make him text Ruby. It come out, bro, he called her texting Brent. It just came out, he called her texting Brent. And it's funny because he kept this shit so P-game. In interviews, bro, he could have easily said that, though. But he kept it so plain. He said, bro, we was being petty with each other. I ain't want to da-da-da. I was being petty, so I hit on my ex. We was, you know, a lot of all that extra shit. Protecting her image. See, the thing, bro, DDG, boy, you a nice ass nigga, boy. You a nice ass nigga, gang. And I told niggas that, bro. I told niggas that, gang. And it's blowing me right now that this shit, even with the abuse and shit, she posted pictures at the arms and shit. Word on the street, bro, she used to beat the shit out this man. Miss Mermaid, hey, hi, that little bitch. That little bitch right there, look at her, look at her. Look at her. That motherfucker, yeah, that one. Word on the street, she used to beat the shit out of Daryl. And what y'all want him to do? Sit there and let her hit? Like, I don't get why women think we supposed to let y'all just let her, man.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like I said earlier in this video, man, I cannot stand this shit. When women think it's okay for them to put their hands on a man, but a man is supposed to just stand there and take it because he's a man. And the blows from a woman on a man doesn't hurt that bad. It hurts a lot worse for us men, simply because a lot of men know we can't do anything about it. There's nothing worse than being physically attacked, and you can't do shit about that. But but I've always believed, I don't give a damn who you are. If you're attacking someone that doesn't attack you back, right, or physically attacking somebody, and you doing that shit because you know they can't do shit back to you, you're a coward. That's some coward ass shit to do to somebody. Like when chicks think that shit is cool, I think they're so fucking corny for that. And that's another thing. Women do not get called corny enough when they do cornball ass shit like this. Can we normalize that, please? Can we please normalize that? But let's continue the clip.
Man, what bitch? Man, move. Come on now, what the fuck? Like, what y'all expect me to, man, move. Get out the way. That's where them bruises coming from, gang. He didn't punch that girl. Listen. Y'all making me mad, gang, because it's really these little ass Holly fans. Like, y'all bitches, bro, what? What? The problem is, gang, y'all think this bitch so perfect, bro. This Little Mermaid movie fucked y'all head up, bro. That voice, dimples and shit. Twin sister, Beyonce shit. Y'all, bro, y'all think this bitch so perfect. Like, this bitch don't do no wrong. And the thing is, she be telling y'all, though.
I just showed that in the last clip. She told everybody who she really is, and people really think because she's, she is cute. I'm not gonna call her ugly. I'm not gonna call her ugly. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not crazy. She's not ugly. So she's got that look that has looks of like her being more trustworthy. Oh, she's a nice girl. She probably wouldn't hurt a fly. And then this shit come out, and then her not fans but stans are going to stand by her no matter what because they don't think she could do any harm to DDG. And then DDG ends up being the perfect victim for all this because she could be the perpetrator here. He's the real victim, but everyone's going to believe her and think DDG's full of shit. Perfect victim. The one nobody believes. But let's go on to the next clip.
DDG gets accused of abusing Halle right when his career starts to hit the charts, especially his music career, because we already know him for streaming and being successful as far as a social media influencer. And he's been doing that way before Miss Lady here. And now she wants to accuse him of abuse. Well, now I have the proof that this man did not do such a thing. If anybody knows about domestic violence and abuse, it's me. If anybody knows what signs to look for, it's me. And I am trying my best to keep calm because this actually hits me on a personal level. But besides that, we're going to keep this platonic and professional. I didn't even get dressed. I'm straight out of bed like this because I'm really coming. Nobody's coming to defend this man. Nobody's using their common sense that God gave them. Nobody's putting two and two together. So I guess I'll be the one to do it for you. Now, first things first, right? So she says in her claims, due to the report, right? She says that she met up with him and they were having a discussion about visitation and co-parenting in the car. She also says that she has footage on her Ring camera of this abuse.
She also goes on to state that he slammed her head into the steering wheel and her tooth chipped, excuse me, right? Okay, let's break that down for a second. So, you're talking about Halo in the car, and you're trying to tell me that you didn't say anything or do anything, and this man was just irate off rip. Anybody that knows DDG, he's very nonchalant, he's very cool and laid back in any situation. Like, even when people are going at him crazy, there's only like a few footages that you ever see him like on top of his voice. A few. And he has cameras following him around 24/7. Keep that into consideration. Okay, another aspect is, all right, he slammed your face into the steering wheel. You have no medical records or pictures to say that maybe your lip was busted in the process from a chipped tooth going through your lip? Because it's this tooth. So how come your lip didn't go like this and bust your lip? How come your nose didn't get hurt? How come, you have no bruises on your face, no swollen face, no nothing, no proof of swollen?
If I were to really guess, it's because that didn't really happen. Or if it did happen, it just didn't do any damage. And they don't like pulling all these police reports because they don't think no one's gonna believe them, which is a crock of shit.
Face, nothing. Come on now, he's pretty strong. So for him to even put your face into the steering wheel, hit your face into the steering wheel, you would have had some type of medical proof. Okay, now thirdly, you claim that this man popped up in your home while you were gone and is always texting you crazy, does that and the third. All right, there's a text going around that he texted her on Mother's Day from his Twitter account, right? Very simple, very like no curse words, no nothing. He's just like, all right, bet. Sounding to me like a hurt man, okay? But he's trying to keep it cool. Because in the text, it's surfacing around. In the text, he's saying like, all right, you think you're hurting me, but really you're making yourself look bad, okay? You're making yourself look like a disgusting person. So he's saying, okay, it's all right though. Watch when I have Halo. Watch how it feels. Because the same shit you want, I'm on. And then he told her Happy Mother's Day. Nothing in that tone in the text signifies an abusive man or a man that hates her.
And he told her Happy Mother's Day, despite all this shit going on. He's willing to put his pride to the side and still tell her Happy Mother's Day. To me, that don't sound like no abusive man. Now, this whole thing's about 10 minutes. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but I just wanted to see, wanted y'all to hear some more of the things that DDG is being accused of. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just absolutely horrible. He does not deserve this, at least in my opinion. He just wants to be in his son's life, with or without Halle, you know what I'm saying? And just wants to move on from this. And it's just getting worse because, Halle wants to put out all this shit to make him look so bad just so she can look better in court. But, the internet's forever. And when you put clips out of yourself talking about how you really are, it can easily resurface. Let's go to the next clip.
People dead ass will think you condone violence just for simply saying you waiting for all the concrete evidence first. Because like I said, you didn't let me see my son until the whole world started coming at your ass and telling you, hey, let him see his son. Then the whole world started talking about how you was the bad guy because you was the one that was cheating because you was out there fucking niggas and that's why he broke up with your ass. So now you want to say that he put his hands on you? Nah, I've seen this too many times. We not doing that. I don't condone violence or anything or nothing like that. I don't condone that shit. I don't think it's right. But what I'm saying is, as a man, I've seen too many men lose their fucking lives, lose their jobs, lose whatever they had going for them, all because of a little lie like that. And not even a little lie, because of a big-ass lie like that. And how many of those men do you think was trying to prove their innocence? But there was no concrete evidence that they did or did not do it. They just took that woman's word for it. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm standing with DDG. I'm innocent until proven guilty in my book. And at the end of the day, and even if I did do what I did, just because I did what I did to you, that don't mean I'm a bad person or a bad parent to my kid. I can still love and take care of my kid and be disrespectful to you. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is it's possible.
I like his take on this. Because he said earlier that it takes one lie. It takes one lie to ruin a man's life from a woman, especially if he was, in a genuine relationship with her or they were just doing a physical thing. One lie can end everything he worked hard for. Sponsorships gone, any other businesses he had done, and everyone's going to take the side of that woman just because she said he did it and didn't present any solid evidence whatsoever. All she had was her word. And people are so fucking brain dead that they will believe that shit without question. They won't question it. They won't be like, okay, this seems a little iffy, or whatever, because they're afraid of victim blaming. Can we get rid of that shit? Can we get rid of victim blaming? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And when you actually see victim blaming, you throw it under the fucking rug because you think that any chick that says that they've been, had the unthinkable had happen to them, it automatically means it happened to them. No, not necessarily. Because now you're thinking that they're incapable of lying, and people need to get their heads out of their asses and stop thinking like that. That's the shit that drives me up a fucking wall. It drives me up a wall. Y'all really think these individuals are incapable of lying? Halle Bailey's fans think she's incapable of lying about any of this. That is what's scary. And when the truth really comes out of everything that really happened, and she looks like the real piece of shit here, all of her fans gonna, if they're smart, they're gonna turn on her and cancel her fucking ass. But they're probably not gonna do that. And with that being said, you know what? I'm not gonna have this video go on much longer. It's already been past 20 minutes here. But I thank y'all for making it this far. Make sure you like the video, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts on this, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.